Welcome to Linn Valley Radio. My name is Colin Vaughn. This show is called Freedom of Information. It's on a Sunday night here. We're having a good time. Sipping a margarita. Feeling pretty good. Had a great weekend with all the nice weather that we had here. And believe it or not, I feel like this community is more reaching a level of being productive. I mean, it's good. I mean, this was probably the best thing that could have ever happened to this community was getting productive and getting people actually to think about the community rather than what's on TV tonight. So I think that we're going in the right motion. Are we there yet? No, we still have a big lump to get over. And, that big lump, you guys know what it is. It's the police. So I think once we get that all fixed, I think we'll be on the road to perfection, really. And then, if we can get some property sold in here and get some things going, that'll free up money, and then people can actually, go to these meetings and talk about programs because we'll be able to actually budget for it. But, with that being said, I did see Joe drive by a couple times yesterday. And he brake stopped in front of my place. So that's his way of checking me, I guess, if you will. That's his way of doing it. He can't roll by 5 miles an hour anymore, at least right now. He's not. He must have had a talking to from the higher ups. They must have said, you can't go by his house 5 miles an hour anymore and harass him. But, the way he did that yesterday, it might be worth going and filing a formal complaint against him again, because he's doing it in a harassing way, and that's how I perceive it, and that's all that matters. So, and I'd like to touch on that subject because I don't know if I really gave all the right details to everybody. If you feel that you've been harassed by Joe, it doesn't matter if they don't investigate to find out. If you feel that he's harassed you, go file a formal complaint on him. Go up to the city hall, ask for a complaint form, go in there and record it on your phone, request the form, fill it out, and then when you're turning it back in, I want you to film that you've turned it back in, and even put a note on there saying that you expect a response from the mayor with something in writing, because if you don't, they'll throw that complaint form in the trash so it doesn't go on his record. So, by the way, yeah, if he makes you feel uncomfortable at all, you should go file a complaint form. Even if you don't like him sitting up at the front, go fill out a complaint form. Say it bothers you, feels like he's harassing you. Go fill it out. The more complaints that he gets, the quicker his ass will be on down the road. So, if it bothers you, that's all that matters. It's about how it makes you feel. So, the more of you guys that do that, the city will have a liability on their hands. And they'll have to get rid of that liability. So, if you want Joe out of here and he makes you feel uncomfortable, there's not a better way to do that than to fill out a complaint form at City Hall. Fill out that form of everything that bothers you. And then, important detail, make sure you film your turning in and that you put on there that you expect a response in writing. And then it documents the whole thing and it goes on his file. That's the good part, folks. If that file starts to go larger and larger and larger, they are looking at a massive liability on their hands. And you're a citizen here and a property owner. You don't have to put up with that crap. You have the power, not him. Just remember that. You have the power. And I'm teaching you everything they don't want you to know. And that's that you're the boss. You hold the city council accountable. You hold the POA board accountable. And if an officer's acting disrespectfully, guess who his boss is? The city council. So, you're the boss of the city council. Well, the city council is the boss of the police. So, they have the ability to fire any officer that they want to. So you can put the pressure on them as to why they continue to allow somebody that harasses the citizens of Linn Valley or makes them feel uncomfortable. Why would they continue to neglect not listening to the people that appointed them? Right? All makes sense now? So it's important that you understand the power structure. And once you understand that power structure and they understand that you understand that, it's a game changer, folks. It's really important that you start holding people accountable. So, Joe is definitely, all I've heard was stories about Joe all weekend. Again, Corey, you're doing a horrible job when I continue to get horrible stories told my way about your guy up at the gates, messing up, man. You guys are really setting yourself up for a KO. It's just awesome to see you guys continue to shove your presence on people, and then you actually have him up there waving. Well, we all know that that's not him. Oh, and another thing. Holy cow. You know what? I have never, ever seen Joe up at the store. Well, I was driving today to go pick up a Casey's pizza, and I saw his vehicle outside. So I guess you guys are buddies now. That's cool. If you only knew what I knew and what conversations that have went on in that area. But anyways, it's just amazing to see what I've seen. I mean, they've got the guy like out waving at people now, and he's never waved at people for years. So that's either killing him inside, or maybe he hit that like change in life. Is it possible? He could have. Maybe he got over his depression, or his, maybe somebody had a talk and go, man, you don't have to act like an asshole or a badass all the time and show people that you're human. And maybe that like snapped in him, or maybe, all this attention has got him what he wanted, and maybe he was just mad at life, and maybe he's good now. I don't know. Joe, will you tell us? Will you write us an email, Joe? I know you listen to the show. It's linnvalleyradio@gmail.com. Let us know, man. I mean, if you're a changed man and we need to know that, please write us an email here and we'll cover it in one of the shows, because I don't want to send the wrong message about you. If I'm not doing it right, buddy, you need to tell me and, let me know what's going on. Let me know what's going on in that heart. I'm here for you, bud. I mean, if I can, change the perception of people, or change the perception of you to people, man, I'll be more than happy to help you. But you got to let me know, brosy. You got to communicate to me how you're feeling. And if you're really sorry, you've been an asshole to people for years, and you've pulled them over for bullshit ass reasons, and it was because you were mad and disgruntled, or you were picked on in school. I mean, whatever it is, maybe it's none of those things, but just let us know, man, because we can help you. Okay, bud? Just let us know. We'll do anything we can to help you. Anyways, that's all I've got for tonight. Thanks for listening to this Sunday edition. This show is called Freedom of Information. We try to keep you in tune with what's going on here in the Valley, meeting-wise, and things that we see maybe need changes in the near future, and try to educate you as to what your rights are and what you can do as a property owner here. And, anything that we can do to help you, or if you ever have questions, feel free to reach out, and we'll try to get an answer for you. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great night.